What's good, guys? It's your boy Justin J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right, masculine mindset. This is why confident masculine men tend to move in silence. Nobody can test your manhood unless they're putting their hands on you. All right? Even with family members, they're always trying to get at you. You know how you flip the tables on a situation like that, you succeed. They want to be next to you. Even with women don't think you're good enough, they reject you. Why do you think it stings when you move on and actually become somebody? And then they're like, hey, remember me? You're like, no, I don't remember you. Because you became successful, you became someone. When you do not understand this, the littlest things are gonna make you feel a certain type of way about yourself. Confident masculine men, not worried about it. So if you're on that side, step over to this side, and I'm gonna help you do that with this video by explaining with these talking points, right? Why confident masculine men move in silence. With that being said, let's get straight into the video. Number one, you realize that you can't be hurt and you can't be taken advantage of because you give them nothing to go off of. See, I'm not saying that you can't talk to people. You can have social skills, you can talk to people. But when it comes to opening up to people who don't deserve to be next to you anyway, see, most people are trying to get people to be next to them because they don't think that they deserve anything. They don't think that they're worth it. When you're confident, when you love your masculine energy, when you know who you are, you have some sense of self, you realize that not everybody deserves to be around you. You realize that you're an asset, you're not a liability. You're actually loyal. You're a good friend, bro. You're a good mate. So why do people deserve certain access to you? They don't. Men who understand what I'm saying are comfortable with themselves. Men who don't understand what I'm saying, typically not going to be that comfortable with themselves if they're always going out of their way to have a lot of people around them. Because guess what? When you have a lot of people around you and you're telling them your business, they can use that as ammo against you. Nobody ever thinks that way until it's too late. Nobody ever thinks that way until they're getting backstabbed by somebody they thought they could trust. Confident masculine men understand that if you give them nothing to go off of, they cannot hurt you or take advantage of you. Plenty of men have been taken advantage of. Now they're moving different. Men haven't been there yet, so they want to be givers like that. But you got to protect yourself because you're your best investment, right? You got to make sure that you're okay. So you're going to understand sooner than later that when you do not give people the ammunition to go against you, it all comes from you being confident and staying silent and making moves for the future. Making moves that are going to put you in a better position in silence. And don't worry about the naysayers. Don't worry about what they're saying. Let them nitpick, which falls into number two. Confident men don't have to brag and try to make a scene to impress people. When you're younger, you're going to want to impress people. You're going to want to have the shiny toys, the new things. Now, you can go out and get that if that's what you want to do. But when you're doing it to impress people, you're going to notice that when that stuff goes away and it goes bye-bye, those people aren't going to be around. Confident men are confident with just being themselves. That's as simple as I can put it. It doesn't matter about the chain. It doesn't matter about the house or the car, but it does matter because you had the balls to get up, do something with your life and go get it, but not to impress them. Not to impress them, to impress yourself, to say, I stand out from the rest. I could have been a slacker. I could have been lazy. I could have been a bum, but I'm not. And you prove it to yourself. Now it's always going to be cool to them because most people want to be bums. Most people don't want to make it. Most people just want to complain and have somebody there to listen. You understand? But as a confident masculine man, bro, having to brag and make a scene, it makes you look feminine. I'm not gonna lie. It makes you look like you can't control yourself. It makes you look like you're searching for validation and you're just screaming for attention. Please, hey, come look at me. Play with me, please. That's not what we're about. Number three, if it's not violence, we move along. We move along. If somebody's not putting their hands on you, move away and walk in silence. See, this is exactly why people will hate on you. When you don't go out of your way to impress people, when you just show up and people are like, I don't like this dude. People are going to send weird energy your way. But unless they're putting their hands on you, brother, unless they're threatening you, confident men don't need to go and chase after that. There needs to be no confrontation, no fights. Now, if somebody gets in your face, that's different. But this is the part that people can't stand. When you move in silence, but with this confident aura about yourself, people don't like that because deep down inside, a lot of people don't like themselves. So when they see you feeling good about yourself, basically just being yourself, it does something to them. It makes them react. It's kind of like a demon inside of somebody. It makes them react, these insecurities. They're really demons. They need to handle that themselves, but they can't. So they might try to single you out. But the number one thing, right, that pisses them off more is when you move in silence with that self-confidence that you have and you don't care. Kind of like a chick trying to argue with you. All right. You done? You good? She gets more frustrated. It's with immature people as well. When you don't give something energy, it dies and it goes away, but you're not focused on that if you're not that confident, masculine, solid dude. Because if you are, you already know that people get the most pissed when you don't show them attention. When you don't show them attention, that's why they're hating in the first place. That's why they're acting out in the first place. A dude who is confident in himself can remain silent, look at a person and chuckle because their actions have nothing to do with your actions or the way you react to their actions. Number 4, when your aura speaks, you naturally speak less. So you're going to speak. You're always going to talk, right? But when your aura speaks, you speak less because people want to speak to you. You understand how this goes? People want to interact with you rather than you're going out of your way to interact with other people. Now, I'm not saying that you're special or something, but the thing is, you should think that you're special. You should think that you're one of a kind. And when you have this confidence, right, you're going to notice that people want to get to know you. People are coming forward at you. People don't have a problem talking with you, getting information from you. But your aura has to speak. When your aura is very low vibrational, you don't look like you can inspire somebody to get up and do something. People are not going to want to intake information from you. You understand? But confident men, masculine men know. Because see, here's the thing. Masculine men tend to give out advice because there's a shortage on masculine men. So why are people coming to said man for advice? Because he's confident, masculine, and exudes masculine energy. That's all you got to focus on. When you speak less and you have an aura about you that's strictly confident, people are going to want to talk to you, so it causes you to talk less. And this is why most masculine men move in silence. Number 5, you cannot hurt a confident man who's silent in the face of shaming and complaining. I want to say that because when men deal with women or they deal with anybody who doesn't see things the way they see things, what people are going to do to try to turn you to their side is, or transition you or convert you to their side, they're going to try to shame you and complain, right? And bring up all these talking points to get you to feel bad. But with a dude who stays silent and he's confident in it, the moment he hears anything like that, it's kind of like he can see through that person. He already knows the deal. So what's the sense in arguing? What's the sense in debating what can't be debated anyway? Silence. See how that goes? And that bugs people. You don't understand how much that bugs people when you won't go back and forth and argue with them, or you can see straight through them and they know that you see through them. It comes from being confident, because when somebody's not confident, they're looking to argue to win the argument, so it boosts their confidence from being right. Confident men don't care about if you think he's wrong. He knows he's right. And it's not even arrogance at that point. If a fact is a fact and somebody's trying to argue against that fact, that's a known fact, what are we debating about here? If you're not smart enough, you will debate something that's already a fact. Confident men are like, listen, you can have fun with that. I'm going to go with what I know. I'm going to go with the truth, not just my truth. Number 6, nobody can steal your thoughts and your ideas. Nobody ever thinks about this, right? So you could have a plan to become a successful person. You could have an idea that you know is going to take off, right? You could have something in your head that's the most brilliant thing that you've ever came up with. Maybe creating an app, maybe creating something. Something that you want to take off the floor and make it explode, right? Now, somebody will come along and you're sharing ideas and then they steal it from you, all because you couldn't keep it to yourself. If you know something is good, you don't need for other people to confirm that it's good, okay? You might need that sometimes, but here's what I'm trying to say. You need to protect your thoughts in your ideas, your creations, because a lot of people cannot create. A lot of people don't have the gift, but you have the gift. So don't let somebody steal it from you from yapping and blabbing, all right? Confident men know this. This is exactly why there's a bunch of people out here like, oh, I don't know how to make more money, and I don't know how to do this, and I don't know how to get on. But a bunch of other people do. And don't think of it as people are gatekeeping the advice. No. It's just that people who are superb, right? People who are confident and they made something of themselves, they can see it in other people. They can see it in other people. So sometimes you see somebody who's complaining about getting on and you're like, you ain't about it anyway. You ain't about it. You ain't about it anyway. So why are you complaining? You wouldn't even be complaining. You would be grateful. You would be doing something about it. You understand? Only share your thoughts and ideas with people who are worth it, that are trying to actually better themselves. It's kind of like, right, when people go, oh, I tried to red pill my friends. For what? They have to come looking for the information. You know, dudes are like, I tried to red pill my friend and like he flipped out on me like, no, that's not the truth about women and blah, blah. Why are you trying to convince somebody of something that's already the truth, something that you already know is for a fact? Why are you trying to convince them? Remember what I just said. Keep it to yourself. When somebody's ready, they'll come looking for the information. But just know this, your thoughts and your ideas are not going to mesh with everyone. And guess what? They can't steal it from you either when you keep them to yourself. Number 7, we are our own best friend. This is something that a lot of people are going to say is BS. You need people around you. You need friends. No, you're your own best friend. When you're confident, when you're a solid dude, you're your own best friend because you are unique. You are one of a kind. There's not too many like you. Shit, there's not anybody that's going to be the exact version of you. So you need to have a relationship with self first. Confident masculine men have that. You are your own best friend. You do not need somebody to pick you up when you fall because you know that you have to be good for other people to even depend on you. To show up for other people, you must be good. You must be good for yourself, bro. You have to be your own best friend. Your thoughts are not crazy. Probably a genius. Probably a lot of dudes out here don't think that they're a genius, but they're actually a genius because they don't have a high level of confidence, bro. And that's where you're always going to lose. But confident masculine men know that they can never lose because they always have to depend on themselves. So they must have a healthy relationship with self and be their own best friend. And this is why we tend to move in silence. Because we're not looking for the validation of others. We're not looking for somebody else to tell us who we are. Because we already know who we are. When you're silent about things, right, and the way you move, your cutoff game becomes stronger. I want to talk about this because a lot of dudes have a problem just walking away. A lot of dudes have problems just getting rid of a situation that doesn't serve them, that's not good for them. Confident masculine men understand when it's time to walk away. Dudes are always asking me, well, what's the perfect time to walk away? Well, when did you first feel disrespect? When did you first feel less than? When did you overlook one of your boundaries for that said person? That moment is when you should have walked away. You should have checked it, and if it wasn't respected, walk away. They become the rejected. You're not to be played with, bro. Men who are strong in their spot understand this. The first sign of games from anyone, family member, friend, girl, whatever, bro, create distance. Exit stage left. We cannot do this because we respect ourselves. Well, Justin, you're too serious. No, I just like myself. And that's the thing. When you like yourself, you can't take a back seat to someone else to make them better or a number one priority above yourself. It doesn't work that way, bro. And it might sound selfish, arrogant, narcissistic. Some people might even say, but I really couldn't care less because I understand that I need to be good. Confident masculine men understand this, bro. It's not about what everybody else feels, what everybody else thinks. You know, when you cut a situation off, you're gonna think, man, it sucks. I wish I could be better for that person. I wish I could be better in the sense of put up with their garbage in their games, you know, to help them out. But I can't be that way. Even if you were going to think something soft, it would be in that version of it. You know, it would be like, I wish I could be this for that person but I just simply can't. So they gotta go anyway. Confident men understand that they've been on this earth longer developing a relationship with themselves than to the person that either has a problem with them, the person that thinks they need to prove themselves to them, the person that doesn't see them how they see themselves. Understand this. You've been on this earth for what? 21 years, 20 years, 19 years, 18 years, 22 years, 23 years, 24 years, 25 years, 30 years, 31 years, 32 years, 40 years. Don't you think that you should know yourself by now? So when a person's trying to get you to qualify to them or you need to prove yourself to them, wait a minute, I had to work so hard to prove myself to myself, to be proud of myself, to be this masculine, confident man that I am today. What do I look like trying to appease you? Whoa, nobody ever thinks about that. Now do that. That's a part of the masculine mindset. Understanding where you stand in this world and understanding who you are and what you stand on. Looking in the mirror, loving who you are. Who are you to be trying to prove yourself to somebody else when it took you so long to discover who you are? And sit in that shit and actually become more confident and actually become him. Who the hell do you think you are thinking that you need to prove yourself to somebody? Can't be a confident masculine man because we all know this. Have no problem meeting somebody halfway. Have no problem building relationships. But what masculine men are not going to do is forget exactly who they are for the sake of someone else. So I wanted to talk about this today, man, because a lot of dudes have this thing with them where they're trying to impress the next person. They're trying to be loud, obnoxious. Everybody always has an opinion on something, but the opinion that really matters, right, is an opinion that you can just say out loud and that's good enough. You don't need to put it everywhere. Everybody doesn't need to see it. You don't have to be the life of the party trying to be seen. Nah, bro. Confident masculine men, don't worry about that. We stack in silence. We're not trying to prove ourselves to any women. We're not trying to prove ourselves as the cool guy, because honestly, cool guys are just cool guys by nature. If you really want to look at it like from a standpoint of like, what makes a cool guy a cool guy? A cool guy's been a cool guy since been a cool guy. And maybe he got cool, but so what? He doesn't even look at it like it's anything at that point. So if you're trying to chase after this, you need to dig inward. You need to look at yourself and say, you know what? Am I this confident masculine man, or am I putting on a front right now? And for all my brothers who know who they are, continue to stay solid in your spot, keep elevating, and every day we're trying to get greater, bro. So this was Masculine Mindset, why confident masculine men tend to move in silence. Hope you guys got a lot out of it. It's your boy, Justin J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.